This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry. Yeah. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know. Yeah. Whoa. East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games. Whoa. Hop up on that wagon. Oh, please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin'. Right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry. We just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' ahead, stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. Crew love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy. Drip so sick, I'm queasy. Whoa. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, gang, gang. Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Hard time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast.
He's heating up!
All furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Lower with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
How to be a better ally to fat people.
Listen to a fat person for once in your life.
How dare you?
Thin privilege.
I'm a fat.
Fat oppression is...
Come on.
Shaming fat people on a daily basis, threatening us with diabetes.
Pizza is a vegetable.
A lot of white allies and accomplices ask.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
I didn't know they stacked shit that high.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 21 hundo and 53 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexin' on all you.
Fucking Catalina.
It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer. It's the fucking Catalina wine mixer.
Ooh, what's going on, you sexy little beaches? Happy Tainty Tuesday. It is Tainty Tuesday. Let's get a little round of applause. Fuck yeah. It is. It is Tainty Tuesday. Today is the day where we don't be a beach, we don't be a boosh, or you know that you will end up like Tainty Magooch. And let's get that scroll at the bottom of your screen. So we have a special card today. It's a little bit different. We usually do a Tainty Magooch card, but today is going to be a little bit extra. It's going to be super, super tainty magooch, but you'll see what's going on once we bust that nut open. So before we do, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, check out thedailyswole.com for all the links. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Odyssey, and Rumble. Make sure you subscribe to all those places and reinforce that understanding that no matter what happens, the Daily Swole will not stop streaming. We won't stop. We won't fucking stop, baby. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. Nowhere, beaches. So make sure that you subscribe to the place of your choice. And of course, the audio, Apple Podcast, Spotify, anywhere that you subscribe, we are. Anywhere you like to bang those motherfucking ear holes. So that's that. How we doing? Matthew, Nick, Maxwell, what up, Beesh, Nate, Lupe, Brian, Enrique, Callum, Cerny. We are all here. Matthew, Jen, Wax. Oh, very excited. Steffi, hello, hello. Bow, Eleni. Oh my God, what's going on? What's going on, Peaceful Bandit? Everyone's here. Davey, Isaiah, let's fucking go. Beaches, are you ready? A little more America, baby. Come on now. Let's get into it. Power toast, man, to get it started. Let's summon the Falcon. We have a great show for you today, and we're getting into some Swole fan posts. All those links in the show notes down below, swolenormousx.com, because the Swole fam is absolutely crushing it, and you're gonna see exactly how much the Swole fam is crushing it in just a moment. Here we go, Falcon. Let us get you summoned because we have a delicious nut to bust, don't we now? Falcon. Put some respect on it. Yaboosh.
USA, greatest country in the world.
Very nice.
I don't know how to put this.
For fuck's sake, Leo.
But I'm kind of a big deal.
For fuck's sake, Leo. Oh my God, drinking like a raging alcoholic. Hashtag super tainty. It looks like we got a little bit. Is that a little blurry? No, we got that. Super tainty. Hashtag super tainty in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. That's very nice, Falcon. Very nice. Well done. Well done, my little peppercorn. Well done, my little peppercorn. All right, fam. Are you ready? Are you ready for the tip? Are you ready for an amazing show? Drop in the comments down below. Let's get some biceps and gorillas because we are not fucking around today. Let's go. Let's moisturize and spit on it because you know how we do. It's time for the fucking tip. Babe, just an inch. Just an inch. It's cold outside. Let's get in there. All right. So swolenormousx.com to join the fam today. We got a couple. Oh, what happened here? We got a couple. What is that? Oh my, that's weird. Scrolling sideways and like all the different things are flashing. That's not gonna fly for me. That's not gonna fly. We're gonna have to figure that out. We got some announcements. Let's see. Yesterday we had our accountability meeting. That is fucking weird. I can't explain what's going on. I have like these overlays, like these different windows. And when I'm scrolling on my other screen, they're all like flashing white. So it's kind of weird. I'll have to figure out what the hell that's all about. Kind of caught me off guard. Let me just let's pause this for a second. Didn't do it yesterday, so that's weird. Oh, there we go. Okay, fixed it. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Don't fuck with me on Tainty Tuesday. Don't fuck with me. Don't you fuck with me. All right. So yesterday we had our weekly accountability meeting, which is available now inside Swole TV. So it was a great call. Every single week we have a live call. So join the fam and jump in on those calls. Why would you not join the fam? And why would you be missing out on those calls? We had some new releases, which were fucking epic. And by the way, we have some new releases for premium and unlimited members inside the Swole studio. We drop these rotate. These are classes that rotate every week. So we have a standard membership, we have a premium membership, we have an unlimited membership. So premium gives you kind of like a taste of what we have in unlimited, and they rotate every single week. So we have Jungle Flow number 2, an express class with Rachel. We have a Swollen 7 core round 1, and a back with a biceps pump. So those classes are available now for premium and unlimited members. Great feature classes this week. But not only that, for unlimited members, we have a brand new yoga class with Alex Express Twists number 3. And this is fucking awesome. Now, we just dropped it yesterday. So I don't know if any of you have tried this yet, but it's an amazing class. If you tried this already, drop it in the comments and make sure you comment on the video itself once you try it. But if you have tried Twists 3, the brand new Express class from Alex, drop it in the comments down below. But it's live, it's available. So if you haven't yet gotten to it, make sure you go and do so. Also, we got a brand new Papa Swole's featured pump. Let's fucking go.
I like to caress rusty spoons.
I fucking do. That's no lie. I love to caress rusty spoons. If you haven't tried it, highly recommended. So this is available in the workout archive. These are my literal workouts that I am doing. So Papa Swole's featured pump number 7, legs, go and check it out. And if you hate Bulgarian split squats, haha, go fuck yourself. You're going to love this one. So PSFP, PSPF, PSPF, Papa Swole's. Why is it PSPF? It's PSFP, PSFP. So that was a typo. I don't know why. Papa Swole's pump feature. That's kind of cool. Let's see, PS. All right, so it's Papa Swole's pump feature. Papa Swole's featured pump. Check it out. That's available in the workout archive. If you haven't tried that yet, it's going to be epic. And trust me, it was epic for me. So if it was epic for me, it's going to be epic for you. That was a beast of a workout. All right, let's get into the first Swole Fam post. All that's available inside Swolenormous X, including all these amazing Swole Fam posts. Let's do it.
What's in the box?
Let's do it. All right, Aaron, howdy fam. Been gone a while, been busy with the police academy, going into week 12 of 16. Been a long, tough ride, but I am one failure from failing out. Been kind of low about it and questioning if this is really what I am supposed to do with my life. If not, I have had a lot of thoughts on what to pursue next. One of them is my wrestling dream I have put off for years. It is a hard decision for financial reasons. Seeking some advice as to should I take a leap of faith and risk it or find a full-time job to support my family. My wife is supportive, but concerned about risking it and not paying off, and I don't make it big time. Has been something I have been wanting to do my whole life and have put it off, but starting to think if the police academy doesn't work out, should I go in that direction? What do you all think? Well, that's a hard decision. So it's different when you don't have anything to risk. You know, if you have, it's because you have a family, I don't know about your situation, like you have kids and stuff like that, that you do need to support them. But this is something you're going to probably regret for the rest of your life. Now, that's a small chance. If you're talking about wrestling, like, you know, professional wrestling, WWE type stuff, that is extremely competitive. That's extremely challenging. And so I don't know exactly what that means, you know, specifically. You didn't really specify with that. Now, here's the thing. When you're saying, I wonder if this is what I'm supposed to do with my life, there's the practicality aspect where you need to make a living. But also, if you're already thinking and you're second guessing it, if you were super passionate about the police academy, if that was like your number one thing, you wouldn't be questioning it. And the fact that you're saying that you've never pursued wrestling, whatever that is, I'm not sure exactly the context. I'm not sure if you can't do both. You don't want to live with regrets. And it sounds like you've been putting it off for years. You know, I feel like at the end, you're going to regret the fact you only live once. So if you don't pursue what you're passionate about, then it's really like, it's going to weigh on you later on. You're going to wish you did it. What if I did? Oh, what if I did? I wish I did. That's going to hurt. That's going to hurt. But you're in week 12 of 16. You're almost done. Like, finish it. finish it. Like, you're there already. To do 3 months and not, like, just finish it. Crush it, keep going, keep your head up, just keep on pushing forward. I don't know what the failure situation is, what that means, if it's, you know, what you're failing with. But I would say keep doing what you're doing because you're already done. Josh agrees. He says, stay in the academy since you'll regret not finishing it. Just finish that. Finish that. Finish it. Finish him. I agree. So I would recommend finishing it. But if you're talking about WWE, like that type of wrestling, I mean, come on. Can you imagine, like, what small fraction of people make it? And it doesn't mean that you can't make it. But what does wrestling mean? Because that was kind of vague. That was kind of vague with what you said. I don't know. It's very hard, even when you're doing amateur wrestling, if you're doing stuff that's not mainstream. I don't even know what kind of a living you can make. Not to mention the impact, the dangers of concussions and breaking your bones. And these guys get the shit kicked out of them because it's hardcore. It's brutal. Kaylin says, if you have responsibilities like kids and payments, prioritizing those is important, but your passion is important and you'll make time for it. I guess it depends. It depends. And Aaron brings up a good point. If you don't go all in, like we talk a little bit about, you know, obsession, and people think, oh, you're obsessed, or you're the work-life balance, X, Y, and Z. If you want to be successful with anything, you have to go all in. You're not going to be able to put you have to go whole ass. You can't go half ass into shit. You have to really go full in. So you can't succeed and you can't excel. You want an amazing physique. You want amazing results in the gym and X, Y, and Z. You can't just dilly dally. You can't just do, I'm going to just do a couple days a week and then I'll cheat on the weekends. And it doesn't work. Okay. We got a post here. Oh, we got a flex picture from El Superman getting that 1 hour mobility session going. Are you rocking that? Are you rocking that signature series, bro? You got the counting gains. Nice flex, nice guns, nice tank, nice flag, nice gym. Looking good, Pedro. Fucking rocking, baby. More gorillas. Let's get some America for Pedro. Fucking love it. All right, Lacey. Hello, Swole fam. I'm the dumbass that typed 3 in the live chat with 2 options. It's okay. If you remember the other day, we accept you. We embrace you. We're a fan. A little about myself. I started training for strongman in 2002. At my highest weight, I was 329 pounds. I got serious about dropping weight in 2018. The pics below are at 329 pounds, 275 pounds, and 225 pounds. I am still actively competing and actively making the better choices. I'm still strong as fuck with the fat dropping. I value the hell out of this community and love the live chats. Lacey, you fucking rock. Holy shit. 329. So Lacey lost 25 pounds, 4 pounds from 329 to 225. That is amazing. Look at these swole beaches. You know what's funny about these pictures? You literally look like 3 fucking different people. You look like 3 completely different people. Your hair color changed. You look like 3 different people. If you put these pictures next to me, I'm like, all right, who are these 3 people? You gave them 3 different names, I would have believed you. You look like 3 different people, and you're looking lean and mean. You're looking like mean. You're looking like savage. I would not want to be a weight around you, Lacey. And I love that shirt, Church Sinners Welcome, with a bar on it. That's fucking epic. Yow. I love it. Welcome to the fam, Lacey. Super stoked. And don't you worry about picking number 3. We love it. We love every bit of it. Thank you so much for posting. Fucking awesome. It's my face. Well, your face changed. And as your faces ought to change when you're losing 104 pounds. That's epic. That is epic. All right. I'm hearing I'm hearing Pinkston Churchill whimpering in the background. She's in her room. God, fucking puppies, man. So if you hear any whimpering, keep it down out there, eh? All right, Stephanie, Papa Swolio, and Swole Fam. Here are my most recent picks, shoulders and core for today's workout. My name is Stephanie Gets It on YouTube. I think Stephanie Gets It is here. I'm 54, thinking I still need to trim the waist a few more pounds. I also posted on the Swolenormous page as well. I wasn't sure which one was correct, where to put personal posts, but you are looking fucking awesome. I love it. I love it. Good for you. Good for you. Oh my God, the Swole fam looks so fucking good. You're looking so good. 54. If you think it's too late, stop thinking. Just fucking go. Fucking do it. 54. We have so many Swole sluts. We have so many Swole sluts. It's ridiculous. They're just coming out of the woodwork. Speaking of Swole slut, we got Will here from the Telegram chat. I know, 54 years old. I mean, we have people from all ages, all levels of experience, and you can absolutely crush it. Doesn't matter what age you are. Stop thinking, oh, I'm 50. It's too late for me now. Bull fucking shit. This is proof. This is proof from Lacey and Stephanie. Come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
All right, and we got a post here from Will. Speaking of Swole slut, look at you taking that gym selfie. No selfies in the squat rack, Will. That's all right. As long as you're curling, right? It's 30 degrees in Chicago. Oh, my nips just tingled just saying that. Luckily or unluckily, my gym is inside, but I need to share it. Pictured me and the power rack. I spent the last 90 minutes in taking that power rack. Fuck yeah, dude. Own that power rack. Own that shit. Good for you, Will. All right, those are amazing Swole fam posts. Love it, love it, love it. If you want to join the Swole fam today, check us out, swolenormousx.com. Like I mentioned, yesterday was our live call. We have new releases, plus all those Swole fam posts are from our Telegram chat, from our Discord, from our Facebook group. Join the man. I was going to say join the man cast today. Join the man fam. Join the Swole fam today, swolenormousx.com for details. You're welcome, Stephanie. Thank you, Papa, and everyone for your support and kind words. You fucking got it. You got it, girl. Keep on crushing it and keep us posted. I love the progress pictures. I love the progress pictures. And you know those fat acceptance pieces of shit, they're always knocking you. Well, you're fat phobic if you're posting transformation pictures. Bullshit. It's called inspiration. Can you imagine being someone that doesn't like to be inspired by other success? Can you imagine being that horrible of a person? It's amazing. Seeing someone else that is one of your peers, another human being that works hard, that has a family, that has other passions, that is getting it done, and they don't have a lot of time either. No one has time. Like, what does that mean? I don't have time. The same day, everyone has the same 24 hours. The same 24 hours. What are you doing with it? What are you doing with your 24 hours? Create the habits that other people that are successful have. Create those habits. Work on creating those habits. So transformation pictures and this kind of progress is amazing because it shows you that you can do it too. And of course, when people have this kind of progress, you want to take pictures. You want to share it because you want to inspire other people. If I can do it, look what I did. You're proud of yourself. Plus, you want to help other people navigate those minefields out there. Life is tough, but doesn't mean that you can't do it too. Yeah, people are swole phobic for sure. People are definitely swole phobic. All right, let's take some questions. We're in the knowledge cock portion. So if you got a question, drop in the comments down below. The danger. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. If you have a question, ooh, Tracy, first to the APS, right in there to that knowledge cock. Tracy jumped on that knowledge cock. Goddamn right. Goddamn. Because. All right, Tracy, do you or anyone in the chat have insight on how to obtain a yoga instructor certification? There's so many options online. I don't know how to choose, but I want to teach. That's a good question. There's different ones I think there's different hour certifications. There's like RYT 350 or like a registered yoga teacher 500. I'm not sure what the actual organization is. I'm sure there's a bunch of them, just like personal training. But I would say it depends on where you want to teach. So I would recommend, is there a certain studio that you want to teach at? So here's the thing. And this is literally how it works. And let me tell you something. I've taught at yoga studios without a yoga certification. It's not required. Okay. It depends on the gym. Depends on the studio. If you go to a big box gym, like an LA Fitness or something like that, you're going to need some kind of NASM, you're going to need some kind of qualification. Okay. It depends on what the studio requires. Plus, if you want to have insurance, an insurance company is going to require you to have some kind of proof of certification. So it really depends on what the location that you're looking to teach at requires. So what I would recommend is go to maybe a local studio or two, or call up and say, hey, I'm interested in getting my yoga certification. I was interested in which ones you recommend or which ones you require or how that works. You can call up a studio, or if you go to a studio locally, you can ask and see what they would require. So I've taught hot yoga. I've taught hot yoga. I've taught many classes. I had packed classes. I've taught yoga, and I don't have a yoga certification. So I would make sure that you look and see what would be required for the places that maybe you would like to teach at. So go to a local yoga studio, and just understand if you go to a bigger chain, they're going to have more overhead. They're going to have more requirements, like, oh, you need a certification. Some places they might only require a personal training certification. You can teach yoga and mobility, but it depends on what kind of yoga place you go to. But a lot of times, even sometimes yoga studios will have teacher trainings at that studio. They'll have instructors come in, and and you can also post this up because Alex, our instructor, she does teacher trainings. So Alex actually does yoga teacher training. So if you're interested, you can post it up in the group or in the Telegram chat, and I'll let her know, or I'll ask her. She does like teacher trainings, and I think Rachel does too. Our yoga girls are epic. So yeah. And here's another thing too, Tracy, understand that a certification, when it comes to yoga or personal training, a certification doesn't mean that you know what you're talking about, right? That's the problem with personal training. Oh, do you have a certification? It doesn't mean, you can have a certification and still be a dumbass. You could be a medical doctor and be a dumbass. We know that. Because you PhD, MS, all these letters and consonants, you could have any certification in the book. We look at registered dietitians and stuff all the time here on the show, and they're fucking morons. So a certification or a degree, doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. And don't forget Genevieve. Don't forget Genevieve. Genevieve's amazing too. Our yoga girls are fucking epic. Epic. Let's see. Other questions? Hashtag Ask Papa Swole in the comments. Callum, apart from Bitcoin, do you invest in index funds? I've been investing in the S&P for a while now. God bless America. Well, if you're investing in the S&P, you better God bless inflation. Most of the stock market's completely overblown right now. That's it recorrected. It's probably going to do so again. Inflation is manipulating or making it seem like all these other prices, like housing market and stuff, it's all a bubble. And when I say a bubble, it's just what does inflation mean? It's being overblown. So when you have inflation, when money is worth less and prices are going up and the buying power decreases, everything is more expensive. So it's kind of an illusion. So your house is worth a lot more, but is it really? And that's what people don't really think about. The housing market, I bought this house for $300. Now it's worth $700. It's like, well, I mean, it's kind of relative, isn't it? It's worth $700, but that $700 is going to only get you what $300 did back then. So it doesn't really get you more in many ways. So Bitcoin is the best asymmetrical to the upside asset in history. It's just the best. It's a hedge against inflation, but it's not like a hedge against inflation like people buy gold. Gold is in my opinion, this is not financial advice, but gold is worthless. It's nonsense. You're going to send a fucking like yellow rock around. Like you can't transport it easily. You can't send it easily. You can't divisible. It's not easily divisible. Bitcoin it's centralized. You have to protect it. It's an artificial market because it's used for connectors. It's used for fillings. It's used for other things. There's industrial applications for gold. And then you have this like artificial market that is regulated by how much they mine. If gold price goes up dramatically, guess what? They're going to be mining more gold, which increases the supply. The beauty about Bitcoin is that it's non-inflatable. So you can't mine more. You can't create more than the 21 million that will be mined by the year 2140 or 2141, something like that. So it's it's a problem. And when it comes to investing, I'm not going to get into the weeds of like what you should do or what I do, but you need to understand your risk profile. So Bitcoin's very volatile. It's a volatile asset. And you'll hear a lot of people that talk shit about it because of its volatility, but volatility is good if you have a a low time preference. So if you are able to be patient, if you are younger, if you are able to ride that roller coaster, your benefits long term are going to be tremendous. But a lot of people can't handle that short term volatility, and this is a reason why you're starting to see more larger investment firms, and you're seeing more of that caliber getting involved with Bitcoin because we're going through price discovery. Price discovery right now is why it's up and down. So it's nowhere near the price it's going to be. And I'm not telling you how to invest, but it's going to be millions of dollars per coin. It will be. There's a limited supply. It will go up. It's one of the, it's an amazing asset. And it can be used in so many different ways. And there's other layers already built on. There's Lightning Network, and there's other layers being built on Bitcoin already. And there's other security layers. So we can keep on going down that rabbit hole. But for those of you that are part of the Swole fam, you could join the Swolenormous Procast chat, and if you want to talk more about Bitcoin. But yeah, in terms of how you hedge your risk, in terms of how you invest, depends on how much risk you're willing to take, right? And if you're willing to take a lot of risk, for anyone, even if you just have like put 1 to 5% of your wealth into Bitcoin, in reality, that's going to become like really the most valuable part of your portfolio, even if you put like a small percentage in. So you're hedging against inflation, plus you are grabbing limited land. There's only so much Bitcoin that's going to be available. And every 4 years, there's a supply shock. So we were talking about that yesterday in the live chat. Like when 2024 comes around, that's what happened in 2020 when you saw that the halvening happen. So you saw that spike, plus there was the COVID and everything, all the lockdowns. But once 2024 comes around, there's a supply shock. So every 4 years, the mining rewards get cut in half, and then there's a supply shock. So there's a limited amount of Bitcoin, and then the demand maintains, and then of course the price spikes. So it's definitely going to spike huge, probably well before then, but it's going to really spike huge in 2024 again. So yeah, and here's the best recommendation. Look, when you invest in anything, seriously, when you invest in anything, especially Bitcoin, do not invest anything that you're not willing to lose. Everyone's risk is different. Some people are willing to put more of themselves into something than others. But when it drops, if you buy at 40 and it goes down to 30, just don't worry about it. And the more you learn about Bitcoin, the less interesting the price is. Price is the least interesting thing about Bitcoin. It's cool. It means, adoption's increasing and stuff like that. But it's the least interesting part about Bitcoin. The more you learn about Bitcoin, the more you learn, literally every single day. I bought at 67 when it went up. I bought it at 4. I bought it at 30. I'm buying it now at 47 or 48. Like I have a little ticker right here. I'm buying it every fucking week. And when it drops, a few percent, if it drops 3 or 5 or 6%, then I buy a little bit more. Every day is a beautiful day for Bitcoin. So 60,000's cheap, 30,000's dirt cheap, 15,000 is like, if it drops to 15,000, I'm selling my car. So it's like that. Let's see here. Good question. We can talk about that a lot. I like talking about it. And I'm not an expert. It's so complicated, but that's where I spend my time. Like when people ask me what I listen to and what I read and what this, I'm always reading and listening about money and Bitcoin and X, Y, and Z. All right. Witchy Kitten 28, Papa Swolio from Twitch. What up, Twitch fam? So long story short, I lost 70 pounds in 2020 and I have been killing it every day. And I just got weights for my home workout and I am proud of myself. But my best friend is still very much overweight and obese and she doesn't want to change. I've tried to help, but she always has an excuse. How do you navigate these types of personal issues when you change and grow, but they don't want to? You find new friends. Your best friend is becoming less and less your best friend and just becoming someone you used to be very close with. A lot of times your best friend is someone that you commiserate with, right? You eat shit with, you drink with, you're close, and you're usually, just because you're both lost, you bond in that stress. You bond in that being lost and tumultuous part of your life. So if she's making excuses, you can't drag. It's like swimming with a ball and chain. You're going to be dragged to the ground and drown. You have to cut people loose. You really do. You don't have to be rude and be like, go fuck yourself. But you go to the gym, you can invite her. Hey, I'm doing this. Oh, you want to go out tonight? No, I'm going to get up early and work out. Like, oh, come on. Like, you're just going to drift apart. You're becoming different people, and that's okay. I don't know how old you are. You're on Twitch, and most people that use Twitch are younger. So, I'm assuming you're under 30 for sure on Twitch for the most part. But you have to focus on yourself. You're figuring out who you are and who you want to become and what makes you really feel good. And by doing that, you're gonna find other people. It's something that friends aren't always friends for a lifetime. They're friends for a period. They're friends for a season. You'll have those certain people that you keep around or that you'll meet once in a while, and you're like, oh, you haven't talked in 3 years, and then you meet in person, and it's like you haven't missed a day. Those are great people. It's great to know someone that knows you from way back when. And you don't have to have everything in common, but if you're spending time with someone all the time, you're going to be the average of the 5 people that you spend time with. That's like a famous saying. I didn't make that up. The Jewel, Papa Swole, after much research, I am eating meat after 17 years of being vegetarian. Fam, round of applause. Fucking get yourself a motherfucking steak. Get yourself a steak, motherfucker. Hell yeah, good for you, Jewel. Welcome back to health, because much of your thoughts you planted, not tolerating it well, trying only grass-fed, finished, non-GMO, etc. Well, 17 years being vegetarian, you got to go back. Go easy. In terms of tolerating it, like, what did you do? Did you just like try to eat a steak? It needs to be done very, 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 very lightly. You might want to go back into like fish first, honestly. Ease back into it, just because. Remember, your gut biome, just your digestion, the feel, the texture, everything's different. So you have to ease back into it. I would also maybe recommend starting with like some beef liver, just small amounts, like an ounce a day, just like ease back into it, because it is very nutrient dense, but it is also something that is going to be shocking to your body after 17 years. So I don't know if you've done any eggs, or vegetarian isn't vegan. So I don't know if you were eating eggs. What were you eating as a vegetarian? Curious. Wax. I don't understand why it's called mining. I can't get too much into it, but miners, these are entities that using high processing power, in terms of like graphics cards and essentially computers, just to simplify it, that actually, there's a great book. It's called Inventing Bitcoin. It explains the network and how it works. So miners protect the network, and they also create more Bitcoin. It's a method to distribute and decentralize the network, and also protect the network, to make sure that, let's say ill-intentioned third parties can't create more Bitcoin, for example. So miners create Bitcoin, and then they also protect the network. So this is where you usually hear a lot of negative stuff about Bitcoin uses so much energy. These are the miners that use energy on the grid, or trapped energy, or they opt for renewable energy. And because they create Bitcoin, because they protect the network, they get what's called mining rewards. They actually earn Bitcoin as a result of winning the coding lottery. It's complicated, but miners are part of what protects the network and creates more Bitcoin. It is complicated, but it's very interesting. It's very amazing. Any books you'd recommend regarding Bitcoin? Yes, the Bitcoin Standard is great. If you want more of a macro view, check out Jeff Booth, Price of Tomorrow. And also, if you want to know the technicals of Bitcoin, Inventing Bitcoin by Jan Pritzker, I believe this is an excellent, excellent book. And if you want one of the best series to listen to, if you're an audio person, subscribe to the What is Money show with Robert Breedlove, and go back to like his earlier episodes, and listen to the Jeff Booth series. The Michael Saylor one is great, but they go back way in history. Jeff Booth is the author of the book Price of Tomorrow, and there's like an 8-part series that will literally give you the macro vision of why Bitcoin is so important. Yeah, there you go, Josh. I told you. You like it, right? You're halfway through. I fucking told you, bro. I told you. I listened to that series like 4 times. I would recommend listening to it again, because you'll pick up things that you didn't hit the first time. Okay. We're going to have a Bitcoin podcast here. Nick, I saved about $400 of disposable income and want to get into Bitcoin, but I'm not sure all the steps I should take, like getting that hard wallet you talked about. Is it a literal? Yes, it is. It's literal, but understand your wallet. Your wallet just accesses the hard wallet just accesses your coins on the network. So you get, you generate a 24-word seed phrase. So for example, if you lose or your hard wallet breaks, you can use that seed phrase and use a different hard wallet. So the seed phrase is what accesses your coins on the network. So you don't actually hold the Bitcoin on it. It just accesses it on the blockchain. So a blockchain is literally just a whole string of code that is really, really long and ordered a certain way that can't be undone. So it's a public ledger. So the entire history of Bitcoin, you can go back to the first transaction on the blockchain and see the first transaction. I run a node, so like it takes like a couple days for it to load up all the information. So getting a hard wallet is what allows you to access it yourself. In other words, you're holding your own coin, you're holding your own keys. You have your own personal access to your coins on the blockchain. If you buy it on Coinbase, which I don't recommend because Coinbase sucks, Coinbase Pro is better, but I would recommend using Swan. There's a link in the description if you want to learn more about Bitcoin. You get $10 if you sign up with Swan through my referral link, but there's a whole network of learning and education. You can learn about wallets and stuff like that. And what I like about Swan is that it's a Bitcoin only purchase. It's not like an exchange. So if you buy it on Coinbase, for example, and it's sitting on Coinbase, they can pass a law or they can lose your coins or they can get hacked. It's not yours. It's Coinbase's. You just kind of have like a IOU, like, oh, these are my coins. They're not yours until you actually have it on your own personal wallet. Ledger's a great one to start with. People use Trezor too, but I like Ledger. And there's other ones that are more advanced, and there's new ones all the time, but those are reputable brands. I have a juicy coin collection, Papa. Good. Very nice. All right. We're very good. Very, 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 very good questions. Dun, dun, dun. I'm going to scroll through. Sometimes you just go hard with Bitcoin questions and then we go into fitness questions. Let's see. Elijah, what will motivate? No, not 2041, 2140. So it's like, we're not going to be alive. Let's put it that way. What will motivate people to maintain the blockchain? The miners they get transactions. So the miners also process transactions on the blockchain. So if I send you Bitcoin, Elijah, there's a transaction fee and that's the reward. So think about it. Once the Bitcoin has all been mined and you're getting a transaction reward, think about that. Think about that, what that reward will be. Like by today's standards, it might be a small amount, but if Bitcoin's $10 million, $1,500 million a coin, that small transaction reward is going to be some serious change. So the miners also process transactions and, prove and verify. So the beautiful thing about Bitcoin is that it's completely decentralized and it's a trustless system. So you don't need to trust your anyone else. You don't need to. It's also kind of referred to casually as money for enemies. In other words, what is this? Oh, what was that called? I think it's the Byzantine generals problem. You can look that up. In other words, like, how do you trust someone that you don't trust? How do you trust someone that is your enemy in order to, like, hey, I have this amount, I have this amount. How do you have trust when you don't have trust? So in other words, you don't need to have trust because it's verified. And how do you verify if you can't trust the other person? And that's the beauty of Bitcoin. Again, it gets very complicated. But that's why that book, if you really want to learn the technicals and like all that stuff, we're going to move into some balls deep content because we're running long. Check out that book, Inventing Bitcoin. All right. The Jewel, last question. Papa Swole, everyone is commenting on my skin changing. I ate dairy, but no meat, going slowly, lots of tummy noises. So your skin's looking better? I ate dairy, but no meat. Well, there's your problem. There's your problem. Why are you eating dairy? Why are you going with dairy? Don't do that. You're eating pasteurized. Like that's why you're having stomach issues. I don't eat dairy. I'll have some grass-fed butter, but I don't drink milk or anything like that. What are you having for dairy? I don't do yogurt. I don't do cottage cheese. I don't do any of that stuff. Yeah, that dairy is not dairy is not meat. So that's definitely not where I would recommend starting. Oh, you mean you said you ate dairy? You did. So is that what you were doing when you were a vegetarian? Cool. All right. So that's good. I think I read that wrong. Yeah. Well, that's much better. Lots of tummy noises. Remember, your gut biome is completely. This is new. So go slow, and understand that it might take a few weeks. But have you tried any organ meats? Have you tried any beef liver? Highly recommend it. I ate dairy all along. Oof. All right. Well, dairy is really bad. Dairy is a common cause of acne, migraines, eczema, psoriasis. Dairy is super common with acne or skin conditions. Fam, it's time to go balls deep. Good for you, Jewel. Proud of you. Make sure you keep us posted. Come back tomorrow and let's see what's up. All right, went a little long, so let's we gotta maybe skim through a couple of these. We have this. This was an interesting story. Woman sues IVF clinic for wrongly implanting male, not female embryo from her wife during IVF. Gave birth to a son and likened having a male fetus inside her to That's rape. Fucking bullshit. So this lesbian couple, this was a pretty disgusting article because they're horrified that there's a male. They're horrified. Whatever the reason is, they're horrified that there is a male baby. So this is what happens when people shouldn't have kids. This is what happens when you should not have, and I'm saying when you should not have kids because you don't appreciate the fact that you have life inside you. Okay, this is like an abnormal pregnancy because two women cannot have a baby. Two women cannot have a baby, right? You can scissor all the fuck you want. You can scissor all you want. You ain't gonna have a baby. So they had opted to implant each other's embryos, meaning Robbie was given one of Heather's and Heather received one of Robbie's. After the first miscarriage, the couple say they were assured that all embryos implanted would be female. Let's see. They initially feared that another person's embryo had been implanted by mistake, but subsequent testing revealed that the embryo did indeed belong to Robbie. Recalling the moment they discovered what happened, Heather said, "Our jaws dropped to the floor. I was convinced it had to be someone else's result. I looked at Robbie and said, what if it's not yours? Who's in my body? That's when I flipped out. That's when I felt my body was taken hostage. I assumed it was someone else's embryo, not the wrong embryo of ours. It scared the shit out of me. I don't know how to explain this. It felt like there was an alien living inside me. I said to Robbie, if this was someone else's kid, we will have to give it back." Talk about you should not be a parent. If you think that a child, it's a boy. Where is this thing? And then she blames it on how she had sexual trauma in college. Where was that part? Oh, I hate your face. Where was this part? The males. Modified bed rest. Where was there was some part? All right. I forget what the rest, I might have skipped it. But anyway. What is this? I feel immense guilt and shame because I wasn't able to be emotionally present for him. I don't want to play the victim. He's an innocent being. He didn't deserve any of this. The clinic messed with something. I do understand, I would be upset too. But at the same time, this is amazing science. It's amazing science to be able to do anything like that. And just the fact that you're going to, you're emotionally just slaughtering that child. I mean, that kid is going to be fucked for life, but hopefully it works out and hopefully they come to their senses. Let's see. We got some red, white, and swole. Google billionaire Eric Schmidt denies channeling money into Biden's science office, directly paying staff salaries and having undue influence on policy. So Biden's science staff was actually paid through like a foundation that was funded by Eric Schmidt, Google billionaire. So if you don't think that these liberal apps like Google, Facebook, that they don't directly like have ties to the government and they don't control policy, you're out of your fucking mind. So Schmidt, who stepped down his role as Google's parent company Alphabet in 2020, serves on the board of numerous tech companies, and he even indirectly paid the salaries of employees, the report states. Former, let's see, I thought this was interesting. Where we are here. Let's go into the article a little bit. The Office of Science and Technology Policy helps formulate artificial intelligence policy and steer funding towards the technology. Former General Counsel Rachel Wallace repeatedly raised concerns over Schmidt's influence, which she believes was a source of the wrath she faced from the Office of Science and Technology Policy's former head, Eric Lander, who stepped down recently for bullying women in his office, blah, blah, blah. I thought this was really sketchy because you know how we get hardcore flagged on YouTube and TikTok, and of course Instagram. We just got banned recently, but I didn't want to get into the weeds of this because I'm not an expert on this, obviously. But because I go deep on many different areas when I'm educating myself, and I just wanted to bring this up, not to get into the technicals of this issue, but just to bring up that it's not blatant. It's not going to be, hey, here's $1 million. Here it is. It's not going to be over the counter. It's not going to be obvious. It's going to be a foundation that funnels this kind of charity, that funnels this kind of organization that, invests or, builds, let's say, infrastructure for some government buildings, this foundation owns a contracting company. Like, it's going to be this layered, ball of like mess because it's really plausible deniability and it's layers of insurance, like anything else with like, an S corp or an LLC, and people layer trusts and things of that nature in order to, avoid taxes and avoid exposure. And it's not always very, very blatant, like, okay, I'm going to do this, and this, but it's really what happens and what becomes these other arms of the government. That's not the executive, that's not the judicial, that's not the legislative. You have big tech literally in bed and really running a lot of this, and very influential. And it's the influence that's most important to understand. It's not necessarily like you have the Wizard of Oz pulling the strings back there, this Google dude. That's not really the point. The point is, where are you getting your money? Where are you getting your funding? Who's rubbing your taint? Who's paying your salary? Who's paying the salary that you have for your home? Where are you getting your money from? You're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. So if there is certain pressure and it trickles down, this is how this kind of shit works. Let's see here. Schmidt even indirectly paid the salaries of OTSP employees, according to Politico. Schmidt's charity arm, Schmidt Futures, paid the salaries of 2 science office employees while they worked as unpaid consultants.
Come on, man.
The report states, for 6 weeks, the foundation paid the salary of current chief of staff, Mark Adenoff, who is now one of the most senior officials in the shakeup under Lander's resignation. Representatives for Schmidt Futures have denied the claims, insisting there was never any undue influence on policies and that there have been long deals with the government to help provide expertise and support without any impact on taxpayers. I'll just leave that there because obviously that's under investigation, but obviously a lot of these things, where there's smoke, there's fire. So depending on who knows what and what the level of that is, but just understand that when there's corruption, it's not necessarily blatant in your face. It can be a lot of things like that. But perhaps even more specific to what we talk about every day, and everyone was posting this,
What's in the
and
box?
it is a tragedy, and this is why we fucking rant on this dumb shit, because we have this article from New Zealand, and a bunch of you were sharing this in the Telegram chats, and of course we've talked about this recently. I think other people have covered it, and we've kind of talked about it briefly on the podcast, but here's actually the article. Massey University in New Zealand, their queer fat studies lecturer and, quote, fatlicious feminist dies suddenly in her sleep at 42. I wonder why. She suddenly died. Mysterious causes. Mysterious causes. I'm not trying to make fun of her because she's dead, but this is really why we talk about it every day. This is why it's important. Because you cannot be fat. It's not fat. This is morbidly obese and healthy. Her name is Cat Pause. Like, is that a joke? Like cat paws? Cat Pousse? I can't even believe this name exists. Her work focused on the impacts of fat stigma and made it her life's mission to spread body positivity and health at every size. Ironically, dead at 42. Her bio says, fatlicious feminist glorifying obesity since 2009, tearing down white supremacy with my fat fingers, friend of Marilyn Pod, sociology, public health, fat studies, tearing it down with your fat fingers. Indeed. Indeed. Pause spoke to Stuff magazine, I guess, in January about the discrimination fat people face in everyday lives, especially in regard to healthcare. Moral panic over obesity levels perpetuate this. Quote, everyone has anti-fat attitudes. We find them in kids as young as 3. We're not born hating fat people. We're not born finding fat people disgusting or that fat people are lazy or lacking discipline or willpower. We learn these attitudes. We can absolutely unlearn them. Well said. Well said. I'll just leave that there because she's dead. She's dead at 42. 42. 42. Yeah. Not gloating. Not like, see, told you, haha. No, this is the reason why. It's not funny. It's not funny. It's obvious. It's not like, it's a no shit moment. Oh, I'm not shocked at all. I don't think anyone listening or anyone watching is shocked. None of us are shocked. This is why we talk about it. This is why it's important. This is why you have to get fucking slapped across your face. It's not healthy. You cannot be healthy if you're morbidly obese. There's a reason why it's called morbidly. It means you're obese to the point where you're going to die, like momentarily. 42. You do all know that you're going to see all these fat acceptance people dropping like fucking flies. Everyone's getting to that point, right? How old is Tess Holiday? She's still obese. What is she? Like 30s or late? Let's see. Who said that? Judith. Holy shit, that's my age, right? Jarella, I'm 43. This is pathetic. Yeah. And here's the thing. Steffi, I'm shocked that she let herself become that. I'm not. I'll tell you why. When you take it, and you turn it into some sort of positive. It's one thing to be obese and to be like, okay, I'm addressing my health. I know it's not good for me. Okay. But when you're going to pretend queer fat studies, it's white supremacy, I'm going to change everyone's mind with my fat fingers, then you're just delusional. You're just lying to yourself, and you know you're lying to yourself, but you've lied to yourself for so long and you got your following. She has a job. She had a job at a fucking university. Who was paying this chick money for queer studies? What a waste of people's time. What a waste of money. This is what happens with inflation. Okay. I know it's in Australia or New Zealand, but in the United States, this is the reason why queer studies and all these weird, social justice bullshit, social degrees, it's gender studies degrees. It's bullshit. It's nonsense. It's make believe. And this is the problem when you could just print money and just make money and just fractional reserve lending. You just print money, print money, print money. You have all this money, which is getting more and more worthless, to pay for people. Like these administrative costs at these colleges. Why do you think college is $150,000 a year? Because you have an entire department that's taking up millions of dollars about gender studies. What a waste of fucking time. What a waste of fucking time.
Boys have a penis, girls have vagina.
What a waste of time. I'll save you $150K. Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina. Let's fucking go. Next. Papa Swole, you're a mean person. Or I have eyes. And I've read a book. It's called biology. It's called evolution. Okay? That's why we have more people. Because you put two of those together, you put a boy, or not a boy, a boy and a girl. You put a man and a woman. You put them together, and guess what? They're going to make something happen. Know what I'm saying?
I give it a 10. A 10.
Do it.
A fucking 10.
They're gonna do it. They're gonna bang. They're gonna bang. They're gonna make babies. They're gonna make sweet love. Sweet love. Yeah. College and liberal arts and stuff is just a bunch of bullshit electives just to make money. It's just fluffed. Most degrees. For me, I got all the credits and things I needed from my school because I changed my major a couple times. This is the problem when you get kids into like 150 grand of debt before they even know what the hell they want to do with their life. So I spent the first 2.5 years of college just like doing different things. It was a waste of fucking time. Was it like 70 grand or something that I could just, you could finish your degree in a year and a half if you just do it all at once. Just pick your degree and concentrate it. Do 7 classes, fucking work your ass off. Done. Nick, the University of Vermont had major budget cuts. Guess which studies they cut? A hint. It wasn't gender and queer studies. I bet it was STEM, right? They cut back on some math or something, some physics. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. Jesus, that's a... All right. Fam, we got some videos. Are you ready? Come on, America, baby. Like, I don't care how you want to live your life, but just stop trying to change science. Stop. Like, live your life the way you want to, but...
I got hairy legs.
He's got hairy legs. All right, fam, we got 3 videos. Ready? Let's take 1 or 2. Ready? Pick a number between 1 and 3. 1 and 3, fam. Let's go.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
We have an offended person here. Susan, at the end of the day, how do these people's choices impact your life? They impact my taxes, they impact our culture, and they impact our society. Very sad that you spend your time bashing people who are different than you. The white male with the man bun, it's actually a braid, but get a grip. Susan, get a job. Do it. They impact all of our lives. This is commentary. But I appreciate you being here, but if you don't like it, you can fuck off. This is not the show for you. It's okay. I'm not making the show for you. If you don't like it, it's not for you. It's not for you. They affect all of our lives. All of our lives. That's why shit is in the gutter today. That's why there's so many problems. Next time you fill up at the pump, this is all related. It's all related. It's all related. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. It's a braid. How dare you? How dare you?
How dare you?
How dare you say I have a man bun? How dare you? It's a braid. That's a braid. I'm going to put it right there. It's a fucking braid. I am do you think that's hair appropriation? Is that hair appropriation? Am I appropriating women's hair? Oh my God. The patriarchy is taking back women's hair. Oh my God, the patriarchy.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
All right, what we got here? Numbers. Okay. Let's do Nick. Number 2. What up, Bish?
I like to caress rusty spoons.
What we got? Number 2. All right, this is called, whoa, holy shit. All right, this is called January 1st Diets. This is we made a video on her. We had a mashup on Instagram from this chick. Fam, guess what we got? The Ben Shapiro girl is back. Thank you, Nick. The Ben Shapiro girl is back. All right, January 1st Diets.
Hello, and welcome to my least favorite day of the year.
This is
January 1st. The day where everyone's ED runs rampant. So to counteract that, I thought I would eat and chit-chat with y'all about why you should not start a diet today.
Do we agree? Now I know it's what, I don't know why this is applicable right now, but this is an old video, I suppose. This is April. We're almost in April. Where are we? March 29th, pretty much April. So I agree. Fuck your resolutions. But let's hear what she's going to say.
I am currently munching on some brown rice pasta with some creamy Alfredo sauce, broccoli, and chicken.
Okay. I mean, it's not healthy at all, but all right.
And a few scallions. So the number one thing you need to keep in mind when trying to go against diet culture and trying not to start a diet.
Please don't eat and don't ever eat and make a video. Don't ever eat while you're making a video.
Have to recognize your triggers. For example,
what's in that cup? Is that a mocha choca froca?
My main trigger is when I am not feeling loved enough or when I start dating. And usually I start dating because I don't feel loved enough.
Fact checkers say mostly false.
Also, I understand some of us are just eating in a way that we just don't like, but we have to realize why we're eating that way in the first place. So I'm really big on desserts. I absolutely love desserts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's nothing wrong with having desserts. However, eating fuck tons of desserts all the time is something that I don't like to do, but I do it when I don't feel comforted or when my anxiety is at like a level 20. So when I notice that happening, I make sure I'm doing things to counteract my anxiety. Working out is an amazing way that I do that. I also listen to music, watch some of my favorite YouTubers. I'll take a shower, take a fancy bath. Anything that gets to the root cause. So I'm not eating in a way that I don't like. And no, I don't like it because it could lead to weight gain. I just honestly don't like how my body feels when there's fuck tons of sugar in it. I just don't. If you do, that's great. Live your best goddamn life. I do not care. This is so fucking good.
I can't tell whether I agree with some of this stuff or not. Like, this is, this reminds me, because she's saying some things I agree with. Look, I'll give credit when credit's due. Like, I mean, you're saying some things that are accurate. Like, yeah, your body won't feel good with tons of sugar in it because it's terrible. But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Biden's State of the Union speech, right? When he's just literally pandering to like the 80-year-olds that are watching that shit. He literally lied to everyone on national TV, right? He told what all the like 60 and above people wanted to hear because those are the only people that like sit there and really watch the State of the Union. So he just sat there and lied to the country for like half an hour, did like a campaign speech, which was pathetic. So he just says things like make sense. And you're like, well, you're a fucking liar. You don't believe any of that shit.
Also, realize that there's a ton of other New Year's resolutions that you can have. For example, you could start reading about social justice to become an ally.
All right, now we're now we're off.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Because a lot of y'all are claiming that you're allies and you're not. You just read Ta-Nehisi Coates on Audible and think you know everything. That beeping was the rest of this Alfredo.
What are we doing
that
here?
I left on the pot with the burner on.
Anyway, why is this?
Another great New Year's resolution is to work on your mental health. So finding a therapist if you want. Starting to implement therapeutic practices into your daily life. For those of you with ED, I would try to stray away from financial goals like saving because dieting and saving money play off of each other.
Dieting and saving money play off of each other? Does anyone know if that makes sense? Doesn't to me.
They can both lead to binging and restriction. Look it up. But obviously don't be out here thinking you Rockefeller. Ultimately, 95% of people who try dieting
Ben Shapiro
gain all their weight back. Eat in a way that feels good to you and move your body in a way that feels good to you. End of story.
Matt Damon. All right, she went to the 95. Okay, all right. I couldn't tell what was going on there. I couldn't tell. Like half the stuff, like some of the stuff was like, huh. And she would say, I'm not listening. I'm not going back through that again. She said some stuff that I agree with. Everyone here was like, I kind of agree. What the fuck? It's one of those things. All right. All right, fam. That was That was a mixed bag. That wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was just the standard shit that we normally hear. Diets fail. Yeah, doing bad shit fails, but yeah, a lot of that stuff was complete nonsense. All right, we got 2 more videos. Let's do 2. Pick a number, 1 or 2. 1 or 2, what we got here? Yeah, I don't disagree with some of the things she said. I disagree with most of the things, or the way she's saying, or the way she's transitioning it. I don't know. I when you're chewing and talking, this is a terrible video. There were some things that I agree. And here's the thing. You can be a moron and still say things that make sense. So just because some of these people are sinister, or they're grifting and they're just trying to leverage people's insecurities to get a following, doesn't mean that they don't say things that are correct. So just because someone is 95% of the time wrong doesn't mean they're not 5% right. So she said some things I agree with. All right, let's go with bow. Bow, bow, chicka, bow, wow.
Don't forget to wash where the sun don't shine.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
All right, bow, take us away. Number one. This is called... Oh, Christ. Can someone ban Bao, please? Someone ban him. Ban Bao. Ban.
My existence, while grotesque and incomprehensible to you, saves lives.
Bao, why? How could you, bro? After everything that we've been through, how could you? This is called gender transition.
So I'm a member of a DID system, and for me right now, that means that in the coming months, I am going to be able to watch some of my best friends and some of my closest companions get the body of their dreams that matches their gender, that makes them feel happy, and in exchange, I'm going to have to give up my own.
What? Get the body of their dreams that matches their gender. Fam. Gender is software. All right. Sex is hardware. Okay. You don't change the hardware to match the software. So for example, like your operating system doesn't work. You don't like burn your computer down. That's not going to work out too well. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I thought it was an ornament. I don't know what's going on with the hair or the eyes. I don't know what's going on here. I have nothing to say about it. There's too much. It's too much. Let's continue it. I don't know what happens. I don't know what's gonna.
I'm cisgender, the majority of my headmates aren't, and we've decided to transition.
Oh my God. For fuck's sake. This is gonna end so badly.
Which means that as happy as I am for the men in my system, I am about to have to watch myself go through the wrong puberty. And it's gonna be permanent. I don't think we talk enough about how DID gets rid of a person's bodily autonomy.
What is DID? I'm gonna have to listen to this twice. Do I have to listen to the beginning?
I'm a member of a DID system, and for me right now, that means that in the coming months, I am gonna be able to watch some of my best friends and some of my closest companions get the—
All right, who knows what DID system means? What is that? I've never heard that. Or maybe I have, but I don't know what the acronym is. Yeah, bow. Fucking asshole. God damn it, bow. I'm sorry. Yeah, you should be. Oh, that's right. Okay. Dissociative identity disorder. Okay, got it. Yeah. Okay. Wasn't putting it together. Yep.
Body of their dreams that
I'll just play it
matches their
again.
gender,
Sorry.
that makes them feel happy, and in exchange, I'm gonna have to give up my own. I'm cisgender, the majority of my headmates aren't, and we've decided to transition. Which means that as happy as I am for the men in my system, I am about to have to watch myself go through the wrong puberty. And it's gonna be permanent. I don't think we talk enough about how DID gets rid of a person's bodily autonomy. You know, I hear people say all the time, the one thing you have control over is your own body and your own reactions, and I don't have that. This isn't my body, these aren't my reactions or my memories. I have like 30 people living in my brain, and everything I do belongs to us as a group.
I have 30 people living in my brain. What does that sound like to you? 30 people living in your brain. Man, this poor thing needs so much help. So she's not talking about her friends. She's talking about her imaginary people. Oh my God. This is scary.
That's what's so hellish about this disorder. My parents fucked me up, and now I will never have full bodily autonomy. Anyways, everybody say congratulations to the men in my system, because they get to transition, and we're happy for them.
This is a massive. Well, yeah, so I don't know, is she getting actual surgery? That's legitimately, that's a serious. If you're getting surgery, like, was that something that she said? Is she actually getting like physical surgery? Because that's not going to work. That anyone who's doing surgery, actual physical surgery on that girl, should lose their license if that's the case. I kind of understood halfway through. It's just, understand, it's really hard to comprehend someone else's mental disorder. It's really hard to like put your brain and understand, because it doesn't make sense. It's not supposed to make sense. We have another good a good comment. So let's see. Susan's back. Or maybe she never left. Welcome back, Susan. Where are the videos you post and fat shame men? It's a good question. Or criticize how a man looks? Yeah, because you are well schooled in the practice of misogyny. Actually, I defend women, and I am a huge proponent of women's rights. Women's rights, and women being able to compete against women, for example, with the whole transgender issues with the swimming situation, but on all levels. If you've noticed, if you look online, there might be gay men there are no straight men. We're the straight men that are body positive. We're the straight men that promote obesity. They don't exist. There might be one. Find it for me, Susan. Find me the men. Find me the men that make these videos. Find me the men that are not gay men. Nothing wrong with being a gay man, but where are the straight men that promote this shit? They don't. Straight men do not promote this body positivity shit. Where are they? I would make videos about them. Where are the straight men that promote obesity as being healthy? Where are they, Susan? Where are they? Where the fuck are they? Nico's not straight. Where are the men? Where are the men? Where are the men? Susan, this is your first time here, right? This is your first time on the podcast. Look over here in the corner under Daily Swole where it says 2,153. So there are 2,152 other episodes that you can listen to at your convenience and get a full encompassing picture of what we do here. Not that you're going to, but you can. Now, I'm just saying, where are they? Trust me, where the fuck are they? Where are they? Where are they? I'll tell Mama Swole. I'll tell Mama Swole that I'm a misogynist. She'll get a good laugh out of that one. Where are they? Where the fuck are they? Where the fuck are they? Yeah, I don't care what you like to suck. I don't care where you like to stick it. I don't care what you got between your legs. I don't care what your race is. If you say something stupid, you say something stupid. You do dumb shit, you do dumb shit. It just happens to be, this kind of shit becomes these kinds of people. It is what it is. Yeah. We love our women. We love our women. Women. And our swole sluts are epic. But welcome, Susan. You're welcome to look. I don't mind. I don't mind the comments. I appreciate it. I appreciate you commenting. I appreciate you watching the show. Thank you for being here. So, no worries. Everyone's new. Look, everyone's new to the Swole fam. And remember, everyone. Remember, you know what happens the first time. First time you hear it's going to hurt a little bit, right? We're in the She's never gone balls deep before. The first time you go balls deep, it's like, it's a little bit uncomfortable. It is. We're in the balls deep section. Like, we're in the balls deep section. Like, this is what's supposed to be. Balls are slapping, the girth, the vein, the knowledge cock. Wait till the piano cock comes. If you're ready to get offended, get ready for that. I mean, it's not, it gets easier, but it's, you know, the first time it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable. No, Nick, no. It's on the public Facebook page that we don't really use. We stream there. The Swolenormous Facebook page. Yeah. It's not from the Facebook group. Okay, we got let's do the last video. I know, I remember, no, that wasn't Step Bro, right? I remember my first beer. That was a beer fest. I remember my first beer. I'm going to get that. It's my favorite movies. All right, she needs to start with a tip. That's right. Maybe she came in the knowledge cock. I would agree. Like, if you just come in mid-shaft, it's going to be fucking brutal. All right, preference versus biases. We have, we got our resident septum piercing. Let's go.
What's in the box?
Last video. Good man,
There's
cast.
a difference between preferences and...
Oh, scared me. Okay. All right, here we go.
There's a difference between preferences and biases. An example of a preference, let's talk about flowers. I prefer tulips.
Okay, didn't think that was going to go there. That was nice. Okay, all right.
I gave it a 10. A 10. A fucking 10.
There you go. Maddie found your podcast from YouTube videos with the balls deep and had to find out what the whole podcast was about and never looked back. Oh, thank you for being here, Maddie. Thank you for being here. Stoked. Okay. Here we go. Let's do it again.
The difference between preferences and biases.
Flowers.
An example of a preference, let's talk about flowers. I prefer tulips to roses.
Ooh.
But fat people and trans people are groups of people. And not only that, they're groups of marginalized people. Likely you don't find trans or fat people dateable or attractive.
Correct. Let's pause that there. There's 33 more seconds of this. She's responding to a comment on TikTok, and the comment says, this isn't being fat phobic, just like saying you won't date someone who's trans isn't transphobic. It's preference, mutual understanding, and values. No shit. If I date a girl, I don't want her to have a dick. Why is that complicated? It's not. And again, I don't care if someone wants to live their life that way. That's fine. But if I'm expecting that pink taco, I don't want a salchicha. You know what I'm saying? I want.
Not based on a personal preference, but based on how you've been taught to think about them.
Now, this is an example. Like, sometimes people say things that are just silly. This chick is a fucking idiot. Straight up. Okay? I don't want my chick with the dick. I don't want my chick with dick. That's not how you're taught. It's not how you're taught. It's called evolution. So, evolution, you're programmed. Like, I'm going to go after vagina. You know why? Because I should if the species is to perpetuate. Everything else is just, look, doesn't mean I'm not saying it's morally wrong to be gay. I'm not saying it's morally wrong to be trans, live your life that way. But guess what? You're not going to reproduce. It's not part of nature. It's an error. It's an anomaly. But an error and an anomaly doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean you're evil. Doesn't mean you're going to hell or whatever the heck it is. It just means nature wants reproduction. I have a butterfly garden. We have a massive butterfly garden. I watch them all day long. The butterflies live for a couple weeks to reproduce. That's all they're here for, is to lay more eggs. I see them banging. The monarchs are banging, flying around, attached to each other, and then they lay eggs. They die. The eggs hatch, turn into caterpillars. They chrysalis, turn into butterflies. The cycle repeats, okay? Sometimes the chrysalis hatches and the wing is bent or it's deformed, and it doesn't last too long, and a lizard eats it. It's called natural selection. That's it. That's how it works. We just have consciousness and we have higher levels of thought and we have, we're the apex predator. We are more evolved, but still fundamentally, if we don't make more humans, then we don't continue. Doesn't mean there aren't anomalies. Anomaly doesn't mean bad. Like we have to separate these things. Anomaly doesn't mean bad. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. Doesn't mean I hate you. Doesn't mean I want you to die. Absolutely not. I don't care how you live your life. You have rights like everyone else. Everyone has rights. I don't care what you look like. You have rights. You have natural, unalienable human rights. Okay. Trying to force people and change science and change reality. Control other people. That's a problem. But from nature, it's an anomaly to not have male and female. It's an anomaly. In other words, you can live a different way if you want, but you're not going to reproduce, and your genes will not perpetuate, and the species will continue male-female. That's how it's going to go. The anomalies won't continue the species. The anomalies won't reproduce. The anomalies won't continue. That's just evolution. That's just nature.
It's really important to root out your biases and see where your beliefs really stem from.
My biases, root out my biases. I don't want a dick in my mouth. That's it. Some people want a dick in their mouth. That's not a bias. That's wanting to be with a woman. And guess what a woman doesn't have? Guess what a woman doesn't have? Guess what a female doesn't have? She don't have a dick. Come on, man. People can like what they like. There's someone for everyone out there. Amazing how this has to be discussed. Amazing how she doesn't understand that.
Also, why are you bringing up values? How do you know a trans person, for some reason you brought them up in this conversation, or a fat person doesn't have the same understanding or values as you?
You're conflating two completely different conversations. Whether a man wants to be with a woman or not, and like having the same values. I mean, values specify that. You're the one that's trying to make it like, well, a man will like whatever. You just have to be untaught that. What?
It's really important to think about why you think these things.
And it's even more important to stop overthinking shit. You're just making things up to think about. You're making things up. You're making up an alternate reality. It's much more simple than that. It's much more simple. It's not complicated. It's much more simple. Is her name Splotchmaker? That was Jackson Pollock's hashtag or screen name. Get it? Get it? SH. I remember the Golden Girls when Dorothy told Blanche to only have sex on your back, so it looks like you just had a facelift. Jesus Christ. Oh, God. That show was funny. Oh, that's fine, Nick. I don't care. That's fine. How much you bet that woman commenting is attempting to masturbate? That's fine. I don't mind. Look, this is... The man cast is the man cast is the man cast is the man cast. People are going to love it. Look, you don't go lukewarm. You don't go lukewarm with the man cast. You either love the Daily Swole or you fucking hate it. There is no like, oh, it's okay. I don't know anyone that's like, oh, I like that. It's all right. Either you love the show or you don't love the show. If you don't love the show, then there's other shows. Come on. How many podcasts, how many different shows are there out there? There's nothing like the Daily Sleaze. There's nothing like the Daily Sleaze. If you don't like it, you don't like it. And look, I've never been here trying to make sure that everyone likes the podcast. It's great if everyone loved the podcast at the same time. If there was millions of people watching live, I wouldn't be able to see half. I wouldn't be able to see 99% of the comments. So it's all right. Like anything else, if I post a video, there's going to be a percentage of people that hate it and people love it. People can love, I want people to love my content or hate my content. Either one. Love or hate. There's no in between. You love it or you hate it. That's it. And the great thing is there's so much other stuff out there. If you don't like this, then you change the channel. If you watch and you hate watch something, that really means it's interesting, right? To watch something that you hate. It's interesting. It's interesting. And the thing is, when someone hates your content, doesn't like your content, they're not really listening to your content. They're not really absorbing it. So people that like shit on Joe Rogan, like, oh, Joe Rogan this, they don't listen to any of his shit. So they have a false opinion on him. Like they're making an opinion based on rickety bullshit. They don't have all the information. Now, I'm not expecting everyone to go back and listen to 2,100 episodes. There are some people that have listened to every single fucking episode of the show. That's awesome. I'm flattered. I'm humbled. That's amazing. But I'm not expecting everyone to. The show has changed and the show will develop and it'll continue to change. We're on episode 2153. Eventually we'll be on episode 5,000. It's going to keep on going. It'll change and it'll develop over time. But if you don't like it, then go watch something else. And I'm totally cool with that. I'm not trying to cater to people that don't like me. That doesn't make sense. Like, oh, I really hope you like me. I'm going to try to make you like me. I don't care. There are plenty of people that will like the show. There's enough. There's enough to go around. You can watch something else. So no worries. No worries at all. And that's how you make content. You're always going to have people there's always people that leave shitty comments. And that's how you have to fortify yourself. You have to understand. You have to know why you're making the content. Do it for the right reasons. Do it for your reasons. I enjoy making it. You all enjoy listening to it. Everyone else they can fuck all the way off. It's okay. It's not for them. It's not for them. Not everything is for everybody. That wouldn't make sense. Not everything
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense. Tracy, you can love it and disagree with certain things. You absolutely can. Like, you don't have to be offended just because you don't completely agree with every ounce of the content. Yeah, I'm sure many of you don't agree with everything that I say. And guess what? I'll tell you what, Tracy, I don't agree with everything that I say. I'll listen to stuff or I'll hear a clip or something. I'm like, I wouldn't have worded that the same way, but I don't take it back. I'm not going to apologize for it. I said what I said in the moment. This is a live stream. I'll rant and I'll say a lot of things that aren't really well thought out. I've thought about it before. I'll say things in a rant in a stream that, I'll look back and I can answer and be like, I don't really believe that anymore. Or I didn't word that properly. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with saying a lot of things as I ought to do and tend to do. And I'm okay with having a margin of error. I'm not necessarily going to sit here and, micromanage the way I say things. I'm okay with I'm okay with bleeding over the lines a little bit. All right. So no worries. No worries. I listen to Papa, but I still like carrots. You know what?
Go fuck yourself.
It's fucking carrots. Fucking carrots.
The difference between preferences and biases. Just because, it's just because you were taught not to like carrots.
Okay. All right. I don't want carrots. I don't want carrots in my mouth. I don't want other things in my mouth either. And that's the biggest. Dory actually said it perfectly right here. Dory Spiegman, being offended is a choice. It really is a choice. Like, if you get offended by a joke, you get offended by what I say, it's your choice to be offended. You could be like, this guy's an asshole. Sign off. It's like, then sign off. It's okay. It's all right if you don't want to listen to the podcast. It's all right. I would love for you to. But it's great. We'll talk about a lot of different things, and you don't have to agree with everything. That'd be weird, right? That'd be weird if you agree. I'm not weird, but some of you might agree with 99% of the things that I say, but you don't have to. I'm not ordering you to. You don't have to agree. You could be like, I disagree. Okay. Can you imagine if everyone just agreed with everything? It'd be boring. Joe, I listen to Papa buy Bitcoin, but I still buy silver bars. All right, look, hey, that's your choice, man. That's your choice. That's your choice. You got to make the right decisions for you. Just like with food, nutrition, training. If anything, the shit that I say and the stuff that we cover here might just open your ears and be like, oh my God, I never thought about it like that. Or interesting. Let me go down that rabbit hole and learn more. Like, I don't really agree with what he said. Let me look into it myself. That's cool. Then you're learning, you're educating yourself. You should think for yourself. You should think for yourself. But when you come here, you're going to get strong fucking opinions. Strong opinions, lightly held. If there's something better that comes to my attention, something else that I believe, I'm like, ooh, that's better, I will pivot immediately. You all know that. I'll learn something, I'll change my mind, and I'll say it instantly. I'm not going to die with I am not my ideas. I am not my beliefs. These are things that if I believe something strongly, though, I mean, I'm going to hit it strong. I'm going to hit it hard. So strong beliefs, lightly held. If something better comes along, then I'll pivot. It's the people that dig their heels in and refuse to change that are the questionable ones. Jay Classy, woke logic. Everybody must love everybody. Also woke people. You must agree with me 24/7. Yeah, but this is the problem with communism and Marxism. It's authoritarianism veiled in compassion. It's like, we're victimized. Oh, it's everyone else's problem. We have to change the system. It's systemic this, it's systemic that, it's the oppression. Yet they keep on oppressing themselves until you have another elite class and everyone else is dead. So there's that. Glowing artiste Brian, bored people looking on YouTube to find something to bitch about. A lot of people are doing that. SH, exactly. I have subbed to another channel where I don't agree with a lot of what the guy says, but I always learn something, and it's nice to hear opposing views in a well-spoken and good way. There you go. Get other opinions. It's good to know what people are talking about. You switch the samples. Oh, they did.
You switch the samples.
Oh, no. Is that new, Judith? Did you hear about that? I didn't see this comment. Did you hear about the parents from Wales who let their daughter eat herself to death? Absolutely shameful. No. Judith, can you put that in the Telegram chat? Do you have an article or something? Or is that recent? No. Oh my goodness. Oof. SH, you should be willing to change your mind if you get new evidence. I don't want someone who believes everything at 49 that they did at 19. If you believe, look, I've been doing this show, I've been talking a lot, and when you speak, when you have a conversation, I'm talking to all of you here, I've worked through a lot of my own thoughts. I've worked through a lot of my own ideas on the show. And we do it every day. I'm always learning as we're having these discussions. And it's been 6 years. I believe a lot of different things than I did 6 years ago. I've learned a ton. I've learned more in the last 6 years than I have my entire fucking life. So it's all about if you're actually learning, if you're in the pursuit of personal growth and education. And, all I'm trying to do with a lot of this stuff is just spread the seeds. I'm planting certain things. I'm putting things out there. That way it opens your mind to like, oh, I never thought about that way. I'm not saying I'm an expert on all the different things I talk about, but the intent is there for you to learn and to get interested in educating yourself and have some fun and plant those seeds so you can grow. So you can grow. Keep on learning, read books, all that shit. It was news if you get, oh my God. Recently, Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Judith, it's horrific, Papa. The daughter had spina bifida, so very disabled with limited mobility. The paramedics found her in a less than hygienic state too. Atrocious. Oh, God, they should be charged. Yeah, Stephanie, they are being charged for it. Jesus Christ, that's so fucking terrible. Poor girl. Ugh. Oh, my God. All right. All right. So, fam, we got a super tainty card. We got a super tainty card to give away. That was nice.
We hold these truths.
Nope, shut up.
We choose truth over facts.
We have a super tainty card, and guess what? Guess who's been a little bit super tainty today? Fam, we have an amazing member of the Swole fam.
What's in the box?
Today's Swole card, super tainty, goes to our very own
Congratulations.
Get out of here. This is awesome. Congratulations. We have so many super tainty cards. Everyone deserves it. Everyone deserves some taint. Everyone deserves some taint. But Lacey, congratulations for winning today's Swole card. Type 3 in the live chat with 2 options, but amazing. Obviously, you're a relatively new member to the fam, but strong and crushing it throughout your entire life. Age is nothing but a number. Nothing but a number. And it's rough when there's so many amazing posts to, to award a Swole card to. But from myself and the Swole fam, Lacey, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 20 Schwam, 53 in the subject and your mailing address. In the body of the email, we'll send you today's Swole card. Thank you so much for the post and everyone else. All the amazing Swole fan posts today have been fucking absolutely unreal. Stephanie crushing it. Will crushing it. So many pictures. Pedro flexing it up. Aaron, stay focused. And let's actually continue that conversation. Aaron was posting in the Telegram chat, but continue that conversation with Aaron and the wrestling and the police academy. I think that's a great conversation. That's a big life choice, but it's important to not have any regrets, in my opinion. So make sure you're following your dreams and also being practical at the same time. So congratulations, Lacey. Send us that email and let's nut this beach. Falcon, take us away. We got some piano cock. Get ready to get offended. Drop a soundboard in the comments down below. Remember, swolenormousx.com. Join the fan. We got some new releases. We got new releases, beaches. We got PSF 7. We got a leg workout, brand new inside Swolenormous X. We also have a brand new yoga class, Express Twist number 3 with Alex. Go and check it out. Unlimited members, swolenormousx.com. Join the fam today. Also for premium and unlimited members. What else we got here? We got some new releases. In the Swole studio, we got Express Jungle Flow 2 with Rachel. We also haze. What else we haze? Oh, we also have Swollen 7 Core Round 1 back with Biceps Pump, and those rotate every single week, so join the fam today. Check it out. Thank you for being here. Remember, subscribe to the Mancast. Leave us a review. If you love the show, leave us a review. If you hate the show, go watch something else. I still like it. I'm still a fan.
Well, I could be wrong, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Are there any women here today?
We got some talk coming up. Fucking nailed it.
There are no more shenanigans, no more tomfoolery, no more ballyhoo.
I will rain down on a godly fucking firestorm upon you.
I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
Susan, come on back tomorrow. Come on, Susan. Come on, Susan. Come on now.
There's Tiny Tuck, Typical Tuck, Total Tuck, and the Tyrannical Tuck.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
No need to stop being a lady. Quit worrying. You'll be back on your knees in no time.
Great Scott!
What happened to your queer party friends?
No hands. We did it. Oh, at the buzzer. Thank you so much.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny
Thank
like
you,
I'm a
Gypsy
clown.
Snow.
I amuse you.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate it. Another good podcast, Papa. Have a blessed day. Likewise. Thank you so much. And another perfect execution from the knowledge cock, from the little cock piano. Man, I'm still surprised that the girth and the vein have still not tripped a single key. Just perfect execution. Isn't that impressive? It's fucking impressive. It's impressive.
Look at her. She looks like she's 19 years old, sitting there like a little lady in a race car.
That didn't age well. Get it? Get it? Oh! All right. Almighty Richard. That sounds just like, you know what? That's what I'm going to call. That's what I'm going to call my dick. The piano cock. the almighty Richard. Thank you so much for the applause. I appreciate it. Fam, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for 2154. Remember, subscribe everywhere, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Pocket Cast, whatever it is. TheDailySwole.com for all those links. Leave us a 5-star review on Spotify and Apple Podcast if you have not yet done so. And of course, to join the Swole fam today, get access to yesterday's live stream, all the exclusive uncensored content inside Swole TV, plus premium and unlimited memberships for all the training, master classes, everything included in standard. So much more, hundreds of yoga classes, all the stuff, all the thousands of recipes, everything available inside Swolenormous X to crush your 7 pillars. We'll see you back here tomorrow for 2154. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock's crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in a fanny pack. Couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint you. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.